Have you ever felt that sudden, incredible burst of motivation where you dive headfirst into a new project with absolute enthusiasm, only to completely lose interest just a few days later? Yeah, we've all been there. Welcome to MindNova Hub, where we explore the future of technology, AI, personal growth, and the ideas shaping tomorrow. Today, we've got a fantastic explainer lined up for you. We're diving deep into the psychology of success, and specifically, we're looking at why discipline is fundamentally way more important than motivation. Seriously, think about that cycle for a second. It's a new year, you've got a new project, a brand new goal, and you feel this intense, burning flame to get started. But what happens when that flame inevitably flickers out? A lot of times, we just end up feeling like we failed, or worse, we sit around doing nothing, just waiting for that magical feeling of motivation to return.
And this brings us right to what psychologists call the motivation problem. See, we've been conditioned to think that we actually need to feel motivated in order to take action. But here's the crucial truth. Motivation is inherently fleeting. It's just an emotion, and like any emotion, it comes and goes without asking for our permission. If we're relying entirely on motivation to get things done, we are literally leaving our success up to pure chance.
So, to figure out how to build sustainable success, here is our roadmap for today. We'll start with the myth of motivation, then compare motivation versus discipline. After that, we'll get into the science of habits, look at discipline in practice, and finally, map out your path to discipline. Okay, let's jump straight into Section 1, the myth of motivation and the trap of fleeting emotions. Let's be real, waiting around for motivation is a massive psychological trap. When you wait for that perfect feeling to strike, you're essentially surrendering your own control. So what's the fix? It's discipline. And I love this definition, the ability to do something even when the desire is not there. The best part about discipline is that it's not some rare genetic gift or a fixed personality trait that you're just born with. Not at all. It's an actionable ability. It's basically a muscle. It is the conscious, intentional choice to push forward even when that fleeting emotion is totally gone.
Moving right along to Section 2, motivation versus discipline, and the decisive difference between the two.
A great way to think about this is using a car analogy. Think of motivation as the spark. It's that initial desire, the thing that gets you off the couch on day one. But discipline? Discipline is the engine. It's the motor that keeps the whole vehicle moving forward long after that initial spark has faded out. You really need that reliable engine to carry you through the dry spells, so you can keep making concrete progress on those days when everything just feels incredibly difficult. Which brings us perfectly to Section 3, the science of habit formation, and how discipline is actually created. If discipline is our engine, then habits are the gears. Your brain absolutely loves efficiency, and by building routines, you actually reduce the cognitive load it takes to get things done. So how do we engineer this? Well, there are 4 key steps. Step 1 is the 2-minute rule. Whenever you start a new habit, scale it down so it takes less than 2 minutes. This removes that heavy initial friction. Step 2 is shaping your environment. Make the good behaviors easy and the bad ones hard, like simply keeping junk food completely out of the house. Step 3 is all about reward systems. You've got to celebrate those small wins because that releases dopamine and actually reinforces the habit loop in your brain. And finally, Step 4 is accountability. Find a partner, join a group. When you know you have to answer to someone else, your likelihood of actually following through just skyrockets. All right, let's look at Section 4, discipline in practice, and check out some real-world applications. So, what does this actually look like in the wild? Well, take top-tier athletes, for example. Do you think they wake up every single day feeling super excited to train? Definitely not. Many days they are completely exhausted and have absolutely zero motivation. But they hit the gym anyway, because that engine of discipline takes over. And you see the exact same thing with highly successful entrepreneurs. The ones who really make an impact are the ones who relentlessly pursue their vision through consistent, disciplined action, day in and day out. Not just on the days they happen to feel inspired. Now, why does all this matter for you? Because discipline isn't just about endlessly grinding away or punishing yourself. The benefits are huge. We're talking about accelerating your professional success, experiencing deep personal growth, and ultimately building a more fulfilled life and a stronger sense of well-being. By really harnessing discipline, you actually free yourself up to focus on what truly counts and consistently move toward those big, long-term goals. And finally, we arrive at Section 5, your path to discipline. Let's wrap this up with our conclusion and a quick call to action. If you take away just one thing today, I really want you to internalize this powerful thought. Success is no accident, but the result of consistent discipline. Motivation is a really beautiful way to start something new,
But always remember that discipline is the actual fuel that is going to carry you all the way across the finish line.
Hey, if you found this explainer valuable today, please take a second to hit that like button, subscribe to MindNova Hub, and click the notification bell. We'd absolutely love for you to be a part of this growing community where we're all inspiring each other to achieve more through structure, personal growth, and everyday discipline.
Before we sign off, I want to leave you with one final question to think about. What is one specific habit you want to establish this week to strengthen your own discipline engine? Think back to those 4 steps we talked about. Head down into the comments right now and share your game plan with us. Let's build some mutual accountability and support each other's journeys. Thanks so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I can't wait to see you next time right here on MindNova Hub.